Hi guys, Skinsfanatic here. Just a quick reminder before we get started on tonight's show that if you haven't already, please go down the bottom and subscribe to my channel. Throw me a few likes. Be much appreciated. All right guys, enjoy the show. Oh yeah, it's that time of the week. Skinsfanatic Live. Put your 2 1s up and raise your cups up. Skinsfanatic's back, surfing pants get jacked up. Started out here in the TTC. Well, ran for my team, shout out to the B&G. But hold up, cause rolling in like thunder. It's Skinsfanatic Live from the land down under. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Hit it like it's summer, got the goods here, boy. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. My goodness. Wow. Welcome. How it do, everybody? Episode 6 here, Skinsfanatic Live. And speaking of 6, we are 6 days away. 6 days away from the start of the NFL season, and it feels electric. You can taste it. I can smell it in the air. And I'll tell you what, something about football season in the land down under is spring hits, and there is a certain smell in the air, and you just know that it is football season. And we are 6 days away, my friends. 6 days. Well, I'm exaggerating by an hour. In about an hour, it'll be 6 days. And then it'll be 9 days until we see our team, the Washington football team, almost slipped up there, the Washington football team take on the Philadelphia Eagles from FedEx Field. It's guaranteed to be an absolute cracker. And I'm not even going to hesitate today. I'm going to jump straight in because we've got breaking news out of camp. And I'm going to come in and straight with Crazy Brave 74. Crazy Brave, what do you take on the breaking news right now? Adrian Peterson going to be released from the football team.
Well, this is huge news for the Washington football team. Adrian Peterson has been the dominant force of our offense for the past 2 seasons, carrying the ball for over 1,000 yards both times. And it is clear now that Ron Rivera is, we're going in a new direction. He's going to give these young blokes a chance, and without giving any disrespect to Adrian Peterson, he has to move on, and it's very exciting because it leads to a number of questions.
Absolutely. No, look, I'm sorry to cut you off, but before you dive in too deep on I could see where you're diving off here in a minute, but I just wanted to put in my 2 cents on it.
Good,
because it literally broke an hour before we took to the air tonight. You sent it through to me. I was like, what? This was shocking news to me.
Crazy Brave
Peterson. He's been one of my favourite players over the last 2 years. I think he's been everyone's favourite player over the last 2 years because he's almost been the man who's been doing it all. He has been the Washington football team for the last 2 seasons. And I just thought that having that veteran presence there on the offense was going to, was kind of what, we might have levelled the younger fellas because we've got a very young team. But here's the thing: I totally trust every move that Ron Rivera makes. Um, you know, and why this is very surprising. I also feel sort of confident that Ron's made the right decision here. And I feel for Adrian Peterson because I know that he was primed for a big year and he loved being on the team. And it would have been his third season. We would have had this Hall of Fame running back, clocking yards for us. But it's not to be. And obviously he sees some things here with the depth we've got, and hopefully Bryce Love and McKissick and all those cats. He sees good things in them. So yeah, like breaking news right here on Skinsfanatic Live. 5 minutes in. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, with what we are going to miss with the departure of Adrian Peterson is that player who, is going to give more than what he can, actually. You know what I'm saying with Adrian Peterson. For 2 years,
No.
he got
Speak on.
Yes, we got more production out of him than what was expected, and that comes down to his heart. And I mean, look, we're not going to miss that. Hopefully, we've got enough players with that heart, but he's going to be missed.
Yeah, well, let's hope that he's not missed.
Hmm.
And that's the thing, because if he is missed, then we fucked this up by releasing him just now.
Oh
So
yeah, I
it will
don't.
be it will be the first like fuck up
Yeah,
for Ron
no, you're
Rivera.
right. He's
So
not going to be missed in that football sense, but just in that nostalgic sense of having Adrian Peterson around. You know, good signs for Antonio Gibson. I think maybe drafted in the fourth round, who a slash running back wide receiver who's been getting a lot of production in training camp, and it's a good sign for the Washington football team that we've only seen a little bit from him, and we've had that confidence that we can get rid of Adrian Peterson and start with some fresh legs. Because look, I'm hearing that Bryce Love may be the one on the outside of the four running backs that are left, and if we're going to go with three, there's McKissick, Love, Barber, and now Antonio Gibson. And the
yep.
word on the street, just as that breaking Adrian Peterson story came through, was that Bryce Love may be the one on the outside
Well,
looking
like
in.
you just said though, and I'm sorry to cut you off again, but like you just said, we're down to four backs. Okay, Love, McKissick, Gibson, and I keep forgetting that other bloke's name, number 25
Barber.
in camp, Barber.
Barber.
What's his first name? Help me out here.
Sean Barber, maybe. I'm
No,
not. I'm not
no, it's
quite
not Sean
sure at the
Barber.
moment.
But
Hey,
anyway, it's not Sean Barber. He was that linebacker we had.
yeah. Well,
Um,
I can't. What?
no, that's cool. So I think that what we're set. That's it. I think we've made our cuts. We just gave Adrian Peterson a chance to get a head start on finding a new team. Basically, I
Yeah.
think that's what we did today. We done him a favour by, the cuts are coming on Sunday morning for us. We'll
Yep.
wake up Sunday morning. We'll have a 53 roster.
No, no. I believe that the cuts are coming. Um,
It'll be Sunday. It's Sunday,
okay. Well,
Australian time.
yes. Obviously, as big name players are told they are departing, uh, they are told a little earlier, and we do get these breaking news.
True.
These,
Leaks. Yep.
we obviously won't know who's on the 53, but we will know who's definitely not. It might be cut down that way.
Yeah,
You know,
it'll trickle down. I mean, if you wanna sit there on Twitter
yeah, count the
and
blokes
go
walking out
through
the building.
yeah, or just buy into all the
Yeah,
fake accounts, speculations, and fake Adam Schefflers, then you can. Me personally, I like to just wait until you know. But like I said, I just think this was what we did today for Adrian Peterson. Like as
mm.
a because now
Yeah.
teams will definitely be looking at him. There's no doubt.
Well, I didn't. I didn't like Jay Gruden's running attack. I thought Adrian Peterson was kept, stifled by it. Didn't think it suited Adrian Peterson, but Adrian Peterson still ran for 1,000 yards either
Mm.
way. One of the things that was exciting about getting rid of Jay Gruden was we will finally see a different running game, and Scott Turner is bringing that in as well as Ron Rivera's philosophies. And we don't need Adrian Peterson anymore. It's a young man's game. Especially in the running back role, they need to be able to do everything, as in catching the ball out of the backfield. And no disrespect to Adrian Peterson, that I won't say it
Yeah,
wasn't his strongest point, but no one
well,
counted on him to do that through his
no,
career.
that's the thing. It wasn't his strong point. Um, and then when we lose, when we lose, um, when we lost Chris Thompson, who was our receiving um, running back. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze here. Yeah, like I think the Adrian Peterson being relied on that was it just didn't work.
Hmm.
Like he did Adrian Peterson can hold his head high. He's
Yes.
a lot of the fans, really liked him. I'm not crying. I'm just trying
Yeah.
not to sneeze.
Yeah.
Um,
No. No.
but
I don't look. I don't want to sit through another 3-13 season
yeah,
with all due respect to Adrian Peterson, with him running the ball for another 1,000 yards. I mean, we need to see something from these young blokes.
true.
It's time for Dwayne Haskins and Antonio Gibson, um, McLaurin to step up in his second year, and big things from Cam Sims Jr. We need these type of players to
Mm.
spark this team.
Steve
And
Sims, Steven Sims Jr. Yep, you're right. Sorry.
yes, yes, Stephen Sims Jr. Yep,
Yeah.
correct.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's look, it's going to be on and cracking. I mean, it's big news, and
Yeah,
I was planning on starting on a positive note. I mean, look, Adrian Peterson being cut wasn't like Ron Rivera getting cancer or anything like. It's breaking news. This is what we do on Skins Fanatic Live. When I see it, I bring it. We're always on the ball here. If it breaks, we will bring it to you. So,
yeah, and it's
like I
not.
said, an hour before we started, the news
Yeah,
broke, so we had to bring it.
that's right. And for Washington football fans, it is big news, but it is not um, heartbreaking news. We're not going
No,
to break down and cry here tonight on the show
no, we're
uh,
not.
with Adrian Peterson's departure. It is, time for this football team to move on, and we're bringing some real good players in.
Yeah, absolutely. I got Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean's just showed up in the back here.
Mr. Beams.
Mr. Bean, I have no idea who he is. See you later. Bye, Felicia. What are you doing? Just
Okay, guys, we're having just running into a bit of technical issues. I think we've lost Skins Fanatic. So, as was saying earlier, just the excitement level at this stage for the start of the season is at a high, and the Redskins will be cutting their roster down to 53 on the weekend, and that's pretty much the major story, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, sorry about that. Bit of a nothing to worry about, basically.
Yes, technical issues
Technical,
there.
we'll call it a technical issue. Yes. Yeah, well, we will be ringing in R2 Ramu. I can see him back in the green room, and
In the
he's looking
green room.
very sharpened tonight. I mean, he's looking lovely. I don't know who Mr. Bean is, but if he wants to tell me who he is, he's welcome to join me if he's worthy. But if not, I will be removing him because later I've got a big surprise. We've got our Miami Dolphins correspondent coming on later. That's going to be exciting. His first appearance on the show. Well, let's get to the other news. Let's get to the other big news. Um, Mr. Bean, yes, I'm a fan. Love football. All right. Who do you support, Mr. Bean? Tell me who you support, and then we'll talk a little more. The other big news later, earlier in the week, I should say, midweek, was the announcement that Dwayne Haskins will be quarterback number one for the Washington football team. This comes as no surprise to me, but I guess now it just confirms what we all thought that he's the guy for the job, and
Absolutely.
happy
Yep.
happy that he's been named the starter, uh, and he's got time now to perfect to um, you know he's got time now to soak it all up and get ready for week one. It's exciting.
It, it must be, he must feel be very proud of himself being named starter for week one, uh, of the 2021 season, uh, after, coming off the bench last year. Um, this is his season where he will take it over. It seems he's worked very hard during the off season. We've seen all you know, the stories about him focusing on football, and
Yeah,
he seems very determined for a big season.
yeah. I mean, like he's look the work he put in, um, the dedication he's shown to the quarterback position, and if you don't um, follow, you know, the team, then from the outside looking in, you just think Dwayne Haskins might not be any good.
Yeah,
Well, there's news for you
yeah,
guys.
big news. There's
Big
going to
news.
be, uh,
Okay, I'm
you
not
know,
calling. I'm not labeling him a superstar right now.
no.
We're not labeling him anything just
Well,
yet.
I mean, I did label him a superstar on episode
Yeah,
one.
well, you do things like that, but um, I just um, you
You're
know,
not going to label him a superstar just yet.
I'm not gonna label him
Yeah,
too. I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
if you're sleeping on him, if you're sleeping on him, then you're fool. You're a fool. Okay. Um, I think this guy's been he's been waiting for this moment, and he got sort of thrown into the deep end
absolutely.
last year, um,
Yeah,
and he's been dedicated to getting better the whole off season. If you've seen it, his Instagram or whatever you do
I can't
on the
wait.
socials, like he's been putting in.
Yeah,
While everyone's doing TikToks, he's been
yeah,
throwing ropes, frozen
yeah,
ropes,
yeah. Frozen
or
ropes,
just
40
getting
yards dash, oh, everything. And, and he's got a hunger for the game, which means he likes to win.
mm,
That's the best feeling for him. After, the winning feeling, and he's bringing that to the Washington football team, and you know, um, dare I change the subject and start talking about the defense. I might let you control all the topics tonight, but uh,
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
look,
there is a young defensive player that the football team have in Chase Young, who is very tight with Dwayne Haskins, and they have a very solid relationship. And
yeah,
you know,
right. Look, one thing we haven't really done much on this show is blow smoke out of Chase Young's bumhole. And I guess it's in fear of talking him up before he's done anything. But from what we've seen already in camp and on film, like he looks legit.
yeah,
And yeah, we might have started on the defense a little bit early tonight because the big news so far has all been about the offense. And the the way I feel, like it's the defense will be as good as it is, but the offense is it's all on the offense this year because if we can't just move the ball, the poor defense is going to get burnt out again. Um, we have a lot of moving pieces there on that defensive line, but it gets a little thin past the linebackers, and it worries me a little bit. Um, you know, I might have said this a few weeks back, but like we've got a lot of young fellas and a lot of unanswered questions
in the secondary, absolutely,
everywhere, everywhere.
yeah, yeah, we do. I mean, um, there is no doubt about that. I mean, one of my I've been the biggest critic of Holcomb. Um, is it Kyle Holcomb? What's his first name? Skinsfanatic?
Cole, Cole, Cole Holcomb,
Cole Holcomb.
COLE, Cole Holcomb.
Yes, I have been. I was one of his biggest critics. I mean, I'm going obviously with the new season. Everyone's back to square zero in Crazy Post books. Will evaluate as time goes on, and he is not going to be looked on harshly. He needs to have a big season. These are the type of players we're talking about. Uh, Kevin Pierre, Lewis, is it
KPL.
KPL? I mean, he's more of a veteran guy, but um, yeah, we are very thin after that defensive front.
Yeah, I mean, I worry about the experience. You know, Fuller, um, Kendall Fuller, like he's probably the most experienced
Mm.
bloke we've got back there now, and we drafted him like 2-3 seasons ago. So I mean that says something about our defensive backs.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where we'll have to wait and see. And
Yes.
if the defensive front is what has been advertised, I kind of hope it leads from the front to the back, and the blokes at the back are going to make plays because the quarterback's in a lot of pressure, under a lot of pressure back there. So
Mm.
we've said this for years.
Yes, and I think what will be one of the key ingredients is Jack Del Rio in his substitutions. I mean, we need to uh, utilise these players that can play different positions. We've seen, Ryan Kerrigan's a 9 or 11 year veteran of the game who can play with his, hand in the dirt or in the linebacking position. So when he's not on that defensive front, there's no reason why he can't be utilised in defensive situations as a linebacker. Not all the time. But we got to shift, make sure we're bringing in the right players, and this defense can definitely gel. I mean, Landon Collins is a run
Uh,
stopper. Um,
yes, I forgot about Landon Collins. My fault.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
that's
didn't forget.
he can bring it all together if
I mean,
these other blokes, uh, you know, show some improvement, some make a jump in that second year. I mean, look, Cole Holcomb can be a superstar, and that's
mm.
why I'm not being harsh on him.
Oh, you've been
Crazy
harsh
Brave.
on Cole Holcomb. I
I'm
forgot
sorry.
about you. You've been harsh on Cole Holcomb. I remember last
Well,
year. Last
it was
season, you
disgraceful.
what was disgraceful?
Well, last year.
Oh, yeah, but it wasn't all Cole Holcomb's fault. You didn't
No, it
like the
wasn't.
hype.
It
You didn't
wasn't.
like the hype that he received.
I just know. I criticised him as much as everybody else
Yeah. Okay.
last season.
Well, he's
I was
he's
pretty fair with my criticism. I
yeah.
can't really remember it. We're not going to go there, but
No, no, I'm just
you
saying.
know,
I was going to bring
I
this. I
try
was
to
going to
forget
bring it.
last year.
I was going to bring it up to you
Yeah,
a couple of episodes ago about Cole Holcomb, but we got sidetracked. Yeah. So, but yeah, I was a fan of Cole Holcomb last year. For a
hmm.
rookie, I think he showed a lot of potential. He was, yeah, he's got good speed. Um, and I thought that his tackling technique was textbook.
Oh, he's a great tackler. Really
Yeah,
good. No, he's got potential. Absolutely.
yeah,
Don't you worry. I'm a big fan of his potential. I just found it disappointing the way like his youth really showed last year, like in situations I think where he was just out of position badly. And I hope he knows it, and that's all.
he would know it. He would know it. That's what the
Yeah,
coaches are for.
yeah.
You know? The
No,
coaches
no. I
are
mean,
they were
there's
looking at
no
film.
there is no bitterness moving forward. Look, I mean, he also has to make the 53 man roster on Sunday
Oh, he's making
because
the roster.
okay, there's a lot of yeah, he probably is, but there is a lot of linebacking positions up for grabs.
Yeah, but he's making the roster. Make no bones about it. He is making the roster.
Well, I would expect him to. He's a second year player. He's still under contract. There's a high chance he's returning unless we come up with a trade of some sort. He will be a Washington football team member, and I'm okay with that. I mean, let's roll. Let's ride this thing. I mean, we're gonna have some players that make mistakes. They're not all perfect. I mean, um,
Oh
and
yes.
let's mistakes are fun sometimes in football games. You want to see your team fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, that's. I mean, it's like sport and
Yeah,
football,
I
American
mean,
football.
okay, yes,
It's an emotional roller coaster, and yeah,
yes,
people
that's
are going
right,
to fuck up, and then all of
that's
a
right.
sudden, someone's going to make a play.
Mm,
And that's what I love about this game.
yeah,
The game
yeah,
of American football is
yeah.
it's
It
you
won't
know
be our mistake. It'll be someone else making a play on us.
you basically only need 1 second, and you can do something in that 1 second,
Yeah,
and you know the whole game can turn around in a minute.
yeah,
You know,
absolutely, and
minus
and we
48,
can
but
we can turn around our um, fortunes with the right attitude. And we were in some games last year, and we just Ron Rivera's probably going to play a pretty boring kind of. Oh, look, I don't know. I'm not. No, listen to
mm,
you giving me one of these. Oh, giving me one of these looks like, um, it's blasphemy for mentioning it, and then you watch Twitter blow up when something goes on. He's, for example, the first play of the game of the season, where someone wants a run and it's a pass.
I try to stay off Twitter during the game.
Yeah. Well,
It's
all I'm saying is,
a bad place to be. It's a
okay.
bad place to be on Twitter, man. When the
Yeah,
game's on,
I'm not. I wouldn't be on there. I wouldn't be on there, but
you put in your emotions that you're feeling watching the game,
I
spliced
just
with
don't think you understood what I was saying. That's all.
another 800 people's opinions. Like it's
I'm
a
not,
tough place to be.
I wouldn't be doing it. And my point wasn't about Twitter, but all I'm saying is, I just mentioned the fact that you know there might be a mistake from the head coach, and you've given me a look like it's I've
Oh
made
no
a
no no no!
sin.
You said Ron Rivera might get boring, and I was like, well,
Yes, okay, okay. And listen, I'm not saying thank you. Listen, it's not going to be boring, but people need to be patient. Remember, his game plan is going to be to win the turnover battle and not make mistakes. Okay, it's not going to be boring, especially because it's going to bloody win us games. Crazy Brave is not saying that Ron Rivera is going to be boring, but you watch, um, you know, he will have some fake punts and all that kind of trickery, but you watch some fans get upset with his conservative game plan, especially when, people, I won't get upset with Ron, but I'm passionate. I want them to win. Oh, why aren't we doing a bit more here?
I
And I
think
think he's
Rivera's going
going
to
to,
play. I think Rivera's going to play to the strength of the roster, and I mean like certain teams when you say like he might be conservative or whatever. It depends on what you've got, really, doesn't it? I mean, but I'm expecting um, it's Scott Turner who's calling the shots here on the offense. So
yeah,
he's the OC. So I'm expecting, and I was actually watching today the 1999 season opener, Cowboys Redskins, and Norv was the coach, and Norv was like I heard the other day, a few weeks back. North Turner was like, sling it on first down, run it on third down, like and all this stuff. Like he was so unpredictable on what he was
yes,
actually going to do. He'd like
yeah,
sling it down the field on first down and miss it by an inch, and then he's like,
yeah,
"Let's do it again." And he'd sling it down the field on the second down and score a touchdown. 80 yards later, we're in the end zone. Um, it's Scott Turner. I'm assuming he's a lot like his dad. He would have learned a lot from his dad. So I'm excited about that because we know Haskins has got a hell of an arm.
yeah. We're
We
going to
know
have it off.
we know Scary Terry's got incredible speed, and we've got all these other rookies that have like great, intangibles. Um, so I think he's going to utilise all those, and I think we're going to see some of those like jet sweeps. We're going to see um, reverses. We're going to see screens. We're going to see a lot of shit, and we're going to see a lot of quick plays because
Yeah,
our offensive line has a few weaknesses. So we're going to see a lot of you know quick out, like get it out quick to our speed guys, and
yeah. Well,
it's going
that's
to be
yeah.
very bloody exciting. I
It
can't
is.
wait.
It is. It's absolutely going to be exciting. I can't wait. I don't know what it's going to be until I see it, and I won't be able to tell you. I won't be able to guess what it is because Ron Rivera might go, "Well, I'm not going to show her. I'm being stupid here," but he might go, "I'm not going to show everybody my bloody game plan in week one. Let's go out there and
pound it.
yeah, just be do something that no one expected us to do.
Well,
You know.
obviously, as the season progresses, if things are going good, then you're going to see the playbook extended. You're
Oh,
going to
is it?
see
Look,
you're
yeah,
going to see the confidence grow in Dwayne Haskins. You're going to see the
yeah,
confidence grow in everybody,
yeah.
and
And
that's how you
this,
have a winning season when the confidence grows and everyone follows.
yeah, this is what the Ron Rivera will want, and looks for his players. He'll want to see, Dwayne Haskins want to, you know, be excited about moving the ball, and he'll want Dwayne Haskins to come over and challenge him and go, "Fuck, man, I want to go for that 4th and 2," and coach will go sit down, and then maybe a couple of drives later he'll know his quarterback's capable and want it, and he'll pull a sneaky on a few teams as Coach Ron Rivera did a few times at FedEx Field on the Redskins, and many other teams. He's not one to if you pull a trick on Ron Rivera, he's going to come back with something for you. Like he doesn't like that. He doesn't like a little slap in the face, Ron. He'll give you a punch in the head. Give him a
Yeah,
slap, he'll give you a punch.
Ronnie's an
Not
old
lit.
school man.
Hey,
He's an old school man. He's a tough man. He's a next bear. He's Latino or whatever he is. He's not fucking with anybody. Ron Rivera, is he? Did you not hear me?
no, I couldn't hear a thing, which is a shame.
My microphone's having issues. Oh,
Yeah, it
excellent.
just went crackly.
Is it back? Because it does that.
Yep, no, it's good.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I was just saying, Ron Rivera, he's a hardcore man. He's old school. He's an ex
Yeah,
Chicago Bear.
yeah,
He's Latino. Like he's just like he's gonna smack people in the face.
yeah.
He's
He's a
gonna smack
cheeky
them in the
bastard.
face.
He's a cheeky bastard, and it's what we need. He'll be the
Probably.
type that will step up and challenge these Jim Harbaughs and John Harbaughs and who's the other, all the cheeky. Who's that new cheeky head coach in town down in Indianapolis? The old Buffalo backup,
Frank Reich.
Frank Reich
Is
down
he?
in
Is he?
Indianapolis.
Oh yeah. That's
He's a
right.
bit of
Yeah.
he's the new cheeky bloke on the block.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay, we're gonna in about I reckon
Can I
to yes.
might have to leave you for a second. Leave the show for 2 minutes. Skinsfanatic,
Yeah, sure, no worries. All
and
right. Oops, we just cut him off there, but no, he's obviously got himself a toilet break. Um, if R2 Ramu is ready to go, can you give me a thumbs up? No, he's not ready to go. I'm going to go bring in Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean, are you ready to go? We'll have a little chat with Mr. Bean. He's a Carolina Panthers supporter. Um, he's got a few things to say. He's been chatting up here on the side. He's been waiting patiently, actually, so I appreciate his time. Mr. Bean, are you there?
Yes, I always loved playing football. As long as I remember, playing with Teddy. People really underestimate the power of football on the kids when they grow older. They need a strong masculine figure to look up to, and this is why I decided to join the Panthers next year.
Well, what the fuck was that? This dude sat here for fucking 30 minutes of the show, was chatting away. He knew all his shit, and then he just rips in with that shit. Wow. I asked him if he got cam, and he's like, I don't like showing myself my complexity of my appearance. Well, interesting. Interesting to say the least. Thanks for your time, Mr. Bean. Yeah, nah. That's a yeah, nah for me. All right, we're going to bring in R2 Ramu. R2 Ramu, are you ready now? Because I'm ready for you, Mr. R2. 1, 2, 3. R2 Ramu, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, I'm going good, thanks. Jeez.
Yeah, at least
Appreciate that. Right.
You sound a little bit better than Mr. Bean.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Is that
All right.
sci-fi or something? I don't know. That was
Yeah, I don't
pretty
know what that
trippy.
was.
Eh?
Was it
you sure that wasn't Hard Rock Fin Tragic Man or whatever it is out in the green room?
No. That was Mr. Bean. He had his piece, and then I think he ducked off, and then I think he went and looked at himself on the delay on the YouTube, and he's there. Yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
good one.
He was
Good
just
one.
here to have a lend, I think.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, fuck him. Oh, Crazy Ray's back, so I'm going to bring Crazy back in as well.
Crazy's back. Well, hey, good day, R2.
How you going, Crazy Bro?
Yeah, good.
Fucking
You're looking
love
very
it, boys.
sharp tonight, too. R2, very nice.
Oh, well, it's all about the numbers adding up for me tonight and the feeling. And yes, you mentioned the beautiful smell. It's time to spruce it up,
Spring.
I think. Yeah, I got the gear out and I was like, let's go. Let's go.
Oh,
You know,
sure.
I mean, you know, things happen and everything's meant to be, but that's what's meant to be in 6 days' time. We're gonna have a result from the Thursday night football, which is our Friday, and I got bamboozled this week with the roster after having a meeting with the coach about it and stuff, and he said, "Oh, it's no Saturday, Sunday in Australia. We'll have that." So yeah,
Cut it.
look, you know. There's a lot
Yeah,
going on, my friends. There's a lot going on, my friends.
It probably won't make much of a difference with our selections, picks for these players. But as we've seen, the Washington football team has cut Adrian Peterson, so some other teams may let some big players go, but we'll see. Skinsfanatic.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, one at a time. Let him talk. Let the man talk. He just came on. Yeah, no, it's you did get bamboozled. I told you Sunday. Every team will have their 53 roster, and I don't. It's hard. It's really hard to just make assumptions right now because we have not seen any preseason games.
It's going to be mad.
I feel sorry for the young fellas who didn't get a chance to show themselves and ask questions. You know what I mean? Like, the coach didn't have. He might have. Oh shit! This bloke. Ooh, like there's always that dude on the bubble who can make the team. But
but
that's a shame.
It is okay. There's a lot of positive things that can come out of this. A, no one's seen Ron Rivera's shit yet. B, they've forgotten how nasty he can be. They think we're the nice guys on the block. And C, we've really the underdogs. I mean, we can just go out and prove ourselves and just be proud of our efforts. I mean, right now we obviously we want wins, but that's not that important this year.
No. I want the dubs.
Yeah, look, of course it's very important, but
It's important to me.
It's important to everyone, and it'll be what sets people off if we don't get enough. But I think,
Well, I know what you're saying.
I'm pretty comfortable.
We want to see the team has something. We want to see the cultures change. We want to see progression, improvement, maturity from our quarterback. We want to see some of these young fellas that are going to be like shit. Like we might have, Aaron Donald in Chelsea.
Well said, Skinsfanatic. For a second there, can keep going. Sorry to interrupt.
No. Go.
For a second there, listening to you, I thought I was in 1,000 Oaks. Just then, having a discussion over a video session with head coach Sean McVay, and we, it's all coming to a conclusion, isn't it? Getting the best out of everyone. A result about the whole training camp. Can I tell you, Cooper Cup today, full speed, so the leg soreness thing isn't an issue anymore for him.
Yeah,
Great catch over the, he had leg soreness last week, missed a couple of sessions of training and whatnot, and in this time of the pandemic and everything, coming up with a 53-man roster is just intense, and everybody deserves, I felt comfortable hearing that everyone deserves, they're important on the team. They're important on the team.
Well, I remember watching.
I
wasn't keeping track of every Rams game last year, but I remember catching his, like mid-season, and I was like, "Where's that dude? That fucking mad, that awesome receiver they had? That what's his name? And I was like, oh, Cooper Cup. That's right. I was like, where's he? Because he was really good, and like when he went AWOL, obviously he was injured. It's like, wow, that was a big blow for your team, because he's the slot guy, isn't he? He's that little speedy white fella that
that's right.
Makes all the plays.
Smooth run.
He is smooth. He's like a little bit like Ricky Prohl. He reminds me of Ricky Prohl a little bit. Like he just does it all.
Great stride. Reaches for that ball. Love it. Like, hit him.
It's all happening. Yeah.
Oh,
numbers.
Well, the whole roster it's got that potential written all over it. There's a lot of
2 years removed from the Super Bowl, so
you
should be on the cusp of something here.
Well, I stayed away from the episode 4 Hard Knocks, just to listen to a podcast, but the stuff that I've enjoyed most leading into 9 days' time will probably be playing the Cowboys. I think 9, but it's
9.
It's been the scrimmage days held at the stadium. Like that's the best stuff that I've got out of seeing how everybody's going about their business. Like, you got to feel for someone who doesn't make rosters and walks out the gate, like you said. Who's going to stand out there, the paparazzi or press people counting, and they're whittling down your 53 so you do know it before fucking Saturday night, basically, if you want to. But for us fans, we get a team, off we go. It's a week of closed door shit, and it's a build up to a fucking game. We're on like Donkey Kong. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
It's
well said.
It's a special feeling. Like we I don't know. Like there's certain times of the year that are great, but this time of the year to me, it's like my favourite time of the year. You know, probably because it's warming back up, and you're getting one of your favourite sports back, and there's a sense of fresh hope in the air. And then it's like you wake up one morning and like you can smell the flowers and the sun's shining on you, and you think, "Fuck, man, we might go all right this year." You know what I mean? And you crack open a beer in
Yeah.
the sun, and you just get a little bit nostalgic, and you're like,
I've got a lot more going on. There's other
yeah,
sports, and there's the feeling of being alive and just
yeah,
breathing that
it is.
in,
It
and
is.
it's the magic. It's a
It
magic
is. It is. It's a great
smell
time
at
to
the
be alive.
moment.
I mean,
Yeah.
this year feels a little bit
Spread
different.
that stuff. Spread the
It feels,
love.
this year feels a little bit different, but if you let it in, it warms you up. Okay, don't let fear, lead your life.
I am a bit scared of it getting
No,
really,
you're
really
letting
hot.
fear in. You're letting fear
not
in.
too much heat.
Yeah,
I felt
it's
it,
gonna
and I'm
suck.
feeling it. I'm
We
like,
might be doing Skinsfanatic Live episode 10.
in
I might
ice
have my
buckets in
shirt
our
off.
undies, and
Yeah,
with fans going, raw.
wet flannels on our heads and shit.
Oh, I've got me Washington singlet.
Studios a
Ah,
tin roof above me. I've got tin. Oh, I'll
that's
be
one
Crazy,
thing.
mate.
It's one thing I don't have is a singlet. You know,
Yeah.
I need a singlet.
We can stitch up with one of them for
You just cut the
sure.
sleeves off
I
an old
know.
jersey.
I found a sewing machine on the side of the road the other day. Listen, right. And all you need is material. I haven't plugged it in, see if it runs. No, I could stitch you up, make a singlet, get, I reckon, a mesh like this, right? In the nice gold with a nice wicked big W on your over here, and you have a number on the back with burgundy trimming on your cuts there, and your V-necks burgundy. Yeah, I could stitch up with one of them.
Oh,
How's that sound?
Well, just because you found a sewing machine doesn't mean you're a fucking,
Oh,
you're a tailor.
I do know.
Oh, okay.
Come on,
You haven't done
connections.
home economics for what 35 years, but that's cool.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I still came first.
Oh, did you? Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I topped the
Yeah.
class.
Oh, excellent. No,
And
I'll
then,
make you one.
and then I did that. That's the funny thing. I topped the class, and then I retired at the top. I never touched it again. Yeah. So, yeah, that's that
Yeah.
story of you hit the peak, retire. That's it, done.
Retire
No,
at the
but
top.
I reckon I could get the old bobbins back out and get back into the game.
Bobbins.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well,
All right. How do
do you want to
guys
make?
feel How do
You
you
want to
guys
make
feel
some
about?
clothes?
No. How do you guys feel holding down the show for a couple of minutes while Skinsfanatic has a loo break?
Yeah, go for it. Awesome. Okay, so yeah. All right. Well, we won't talk about the Thursday night game, but we might just have a quick preview. Have a little chat about the other two teams in the NFC West, the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Because who are the Rams playing in week one?
Dallas.
Oh,
We're going to do you guys a favour.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no doubt.
Absolutely. Doing you guys a favour. Here we go. Don't worry about us. Look at Dallas. They're down there too. 0-1.
Yeah, no, we would appreciate that, but we're going to just worry about our own thing. I'm not sure who not sure who the Giants have in week 1 just yet. I'll have a look. My picks will be coming out. Have you seen Crazy Braves website?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I know you. The tips are on the tip of my tongue. Okay.
Yeah.
You've started talking tips, and I could. But
I can't make my
it.
tips 10 weeks out. Yeah.
Everyone's
10
going
days
to
out.
have We're all going to have our Kansas City, Texas stories
a little later on
for this one. But
yeah.
But as for there's great matchups. It's on. I paused myself when I got to the Washington game.
Yeah.
Who are you playing?
Philadelphia.
Yep.
The Eagles.
Yeah. And I went, and then I just went, look, I do have a couple more days to do that one. But I locked in the Thursday night one next week, which will have been finished in 12 hours. 12 hours. Basically in 6 or
not quite 12 hours, but 6-7 days. We'll know the result.
Actually, yeah, I know.
By the time we do this show, by the time we do this show next week, we will know the result of that game, and we'll be talking. About
that's right.
Season opener.
And that's the first game out of the way, which is a Thursday nighter. Our Friday, we then have 2 days. We then have 3 days before we get it again, which is our Monday. So Saturday, Sunday next week is when we're going to have to get our
show. Next Friday's show is going to be where it's at. Okay, so we will be previewing the Washington Philadelphia game at nauseum, and then we'll mention a few of the other games next Friday. I want everyone's picks to be in. We've got the tipping comp starting. Like you mentioned, you've made some
tonight.
Picks.
We're going to give our picks later on, aren't we?
We are going to give our picks when Finn Tragic shows up. We're all going to go through who we think is going to win the season opener.
Yeah, that's all. Just the Thursday night
We're
game.
not going to do it yet. We're not going to do it
No,
yet.
we haven't done it. We're just,
I think it's going to be a good game. That's all I'm going to say. I think it's
and we're not talking about it yet. Yep.
No, we're not going to talk about it just yet.
We're steering towards other games.
What about talking about this? I just thought, besides your team and my team, keep Washington out of it, keep the Rams out of it. Who is the most exciting, or who's one of the rookies that you want to see make it into the roster and have a debut? Great game
for the Washington football team.
No, keep our teams out of it.
Oh,
so what
I'm gonna
rookie are you looking forward to?
Listen, I got you. Listen, good. I'm going to tie this in right now. With what's going to happen real soon. I'm very interested to see what Tua Tagovailoa's got out in Miami. We all know that Finn Tragic, he is our brother, and he has a shiny new quarterback out there on the center. We're going to get his thoughts on that very shortly. But I am very interested to see what he's got. Only because, I want the Dolphins to do well for my brother, over in the AFC. But, I'm also interested to see what Joe Burrow's got out in Cincinnati. Can he do something out there? He's the number 1 pick, so he's got the most pressure on him. We will be joined by Finn's Tragic very soon.
And I would go with Isaiah Simmons from the Arizona Cardinals, linebacker. It was never a toss up between him and Chase Young, but the pre-draft board experts were, trying to persuade Washington into dropping and taking, the safer option in, this and that, and so I don't. I'm not wishing him. I'm not wishing Isaiah any bad season at all, just to be on top of that. But I want to see him do well. I want to see Arizona back at the top, in the West. Yeah, I do. I want to see them I want to see them challenge Seattle. I'm tired of Seattle. Had enough.
No,
All right, good. As always, I don't have an answer.
Well,
for
I hope I got
and
that
have
right.
no idea. I do know
Ben,
that
I hope I
Miami
got that
picked
right.
up a good rookie. Oh, it sounded awesome, mate. Guys, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Just the knowledge. That question just came to me. I just don't know how I would answer it myself. That's it. I don't know, so I threw it to you to get
you
some.
asked the question but had no answer for it.
That's right. I got some information there about the names of these guys to check out now. Yeah, and stay on top of what I'm reading when I pick up on catches and whatnot.
Hey, it's very exciting. Like when the season starts, we're going to hear some new names and go, "Oh, we never heard of him," and then discover that he was the player that everybody decided not to draft, and he was picked up. Or the
happens
third round.
Season.
So there's players. There's going to be players out there like this, and I to make any prediction on those rookies, it's very, very hard. Obviously, the quarterback class is one to watch, but it's just I can't guarantee anything for these rookies.
All right.
I'm just getting the giggles.
No, that's fine. No,
there's something happening.
Listen up. Oh, you got the giggles. You done?
I am giggling.
You done? You good?
It's been really nice.
Yeah, no, it's tops. We've got a very, very special moment right here on Skinsfanatic Live. We've been lucky enough to be joined by our Miami Dolphins correspondent. Appreciate you not talking at me, Atu. Our Miami Dolphins correspondent live from Miami. No, sorry, I'm only shit stirring. Live from Western Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Finn's Tragic 42. Welcome to the show, Finn's Tragic. How are you?
How are we, everyone? Good evening.
Excellent.
Yes.
Good
Looking
on
very
board.
sharp
Very
over
good.
there in old Hard Rock Cafe Stadium. How are you feeling? Got the shiny new rookie coming in. Tua Tagovailoa. Must be feeling pretty excited about, taking the plastic off in 9 days' time.
Oh, I can't wait. But I don't know whether he'll start, but hey, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But it's exciting times. We've got a good roster this year. Well, it's growing. It's getting better. So can't wait. Looking forward to it. I was not too. I don't know. I wasn't say too keen, but all of a sudden, as everyone knows, Madden came out. I got a little bit itchy, and before you know it, footy's back around, and I'm hanging. Can't wait. Bring it on.
Yeah, church. No, yeah, I see. This is where I, you know, am a little bit under the radar what's going on out in Miami because I was just assuming that he was going to start. I mean, what's Miami got to lose? Like, how do you feel about that? Is like, do you feel like he should be the starter?
Oh, I would like him to start. I mean, he still might with the circumstances that have happened during the week with Fitzpatrick and his mum.
Okay. Tell me about that. I didn't know. What's the go with that?
Breaking news.
He lost his mum during the week. He got escorted off training by the Miami coach early on in practice. And yeah, was basically told, you better go see your mum now. She hasn't got long to live, and then she died, and so I'm not too sure. That could have elevated to his chances in
Right.
a bad
Yeah.
circumstances, but
I guess it would
yeah,
be a bit of a
Wow.
gut punch to take like the starting
Think
position
about
off him in those circumstances. I mean, it would probably be up to him if he didn't want to play. But he probably, like most people do, like, well, mum would have wanted me to play, and things of that nature. Yeah, well, condolences to the Fitzpatrick family. You know, I hope. I've always been a bit of a fan of Fitzpatrick. You know, he's a bit of a mad cunt, bit of a larrikin. You know,
Yeah, he'll bounce back.
yeah, he like
oh, he's
look,
he's great. He's great.
when he
that's the
came
thing
in,
about sport.
when he came in against us. I think it was week 5 or 3 or 6 weeks or whatever it was. Doesn't matter. Last year, I was like, oh well, we're fucked now, aren't we? Because you know he can play Fitzpatrick. He really can. So, you know, I just would have been excited to see Tua start the season. Yeah. Anyway.
It
I
does
still think
sound very Hollywood, doesn't it? Skins fanatic. Start him, just do it. Just
Well, most
throw
footballers
him
do.
into the Hard Rock Cafe and let him ping it and rep those colours and show Miami's got a new young blood in town.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
we've
just
certainly
how
got
I feel.
certainly a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent in the team, defensively as well this year, which I'm happy about. Even though recently we got rid of McMillan, got traded to the Raiders midweek. Bit of a shock, but we're going to pick up someone else. Things are going to happen still now before the season starts, I believe. Still people like Floret or whatever just got signed by
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Thank you, Skins fan.
Yes, he
But
did. Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette, yes. Yeah,
And
just
it's
on. Let me talk about Leonard Fournette for a
And
minute.
mate,
Can
I just didn't get a serving at Finn's Tragic yet, as Rams and Skins Fanatic did. Thank you, Finn's Tragic, for your Miami Dolphins insight, and I'm sure it will become very valuable to all our viewers as the season progresses and picks are needed. And thank you. And yeah, just want to welcome you to the show as Skins Fanatic touched on, and just really appreciate having that extra bit of knowledge.
oh well,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to sharing it with everyone. If I do have it, I'm not a book of knowledge about everything by no stretch, but hey, I do know a bit about the
here's
Skins as well
here's my book.
and the Rams, but yeah, that's what we're all about. We'll just bounce off each other and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, no, look, I echo, visual diary, crazy brave. He's he's being honest. It's great to have you here. Like, we've got the Redskins. We've got an AFC correspondent in special times ahead, and if you can't make it each week, then we'll get you in every couple of weeks and so on, and look forward to it because
We want to
and
hear Miami stuff.
yeah, we want to see
Yeah,
what's
well,
going on.
I'm hoping to update you with a few more things. The screens, I did have some nice stuff in the background there, like Crazy Brave and Skinsfanatic all set up, but I'm more new to this, so
Take your time.
enjoy the ride.
Take your
Enjoy the
Yeah,
ride.
I still don't know what to do with my hands. Oh.
Yeah, no, look, Fins, let me tell you.
I had droplets on my mow last night after I went down after sucking on a push passion fruit. Fucking had it. Oh, and I looked in the mirror and it was all like glistening. I was like, "Ooh, that's different. That's different."
Yeah,
Good
no,
evening.
you're always different. You're always different. That's for sure. Shit.
Okay.
Yes. No. I see now. I've lost track. What's going on?
Get
Are
the
we
show
gonna
back
talk-
on.
You were going to ask
gonna
me a
talk-
question.
Are we going to talk about week 1, 6 days time?
Yeah.
Houston Texans.
Yes, we
at
are.
the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes.
Kansas
Bang
City
on.
Chiefs will be raising the flag, the banner. Rings are going to be out. Patrick Mahomes at home. Kansas City Chiefs, Houston Texans. I'm going to start with you, Crazy Brave. Go.
Well, I mean, my tip would be take the Kansas City Chiefs at minus 10.5. So I think the Chiefs are going to win by 12 points. If you want my correct score, it would be Kansas City 28, Houston 10. So that's 18 points. Yeah, Chiefs to win comfortably on Thursday night.
Yep. I'm going to just give mine, and then I'm going to send it off to R2, because I don't want to be at the end of collaboration of everyone's thoughts. I want you to have my thoughts right now. So here's the thing that I got to thinking during the week was shit's going to get a little bit rusty because there ain't no preseason. I predict the Kansas City Chiefs will win the game. I just don't know what type of scores we're going to see. And I think the teams with the good defenses, hopefully us, they're going to find themselves in some games. And Houston have that defense, And don't forget, Houston were up 21-0 on the Chiefs last year in the playoffs. This could be a lot closer than I think. But I've got Kansas City to win the game. And I'm thinking maybe like 24-13. 24-13?
Fair call.
That'd be dope.
24-13.
Because the Houston have lost DeAndre Hopkins, and and we'll see how they go with that. R2, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look. Kansas City have won the last 5 straight week 1 openers. Texas have lost their last 3. And what's his name? Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Deshaun.
Guess who? Oh, sorry, they're 0-2 but he's 0-2, losing to Brady, Breeze,
Yeah.
and they've all come off Super Bowl wins, and there's his week one's opponents. Is Patrick Mahomes going to be the third? I think so. I've got Kansas City by 3. There's a lot to like about it. Just
Very
I
impressive.
can see
Wow.
last time it was 51-31. That was last year. And I've gone with 3 on superstition because Kansas City are probably going to pick up their third Lombardi trophy.
Wow, very clever.
Wow.
R2
Wow.
Remy. We might shut the
Wow.
shit down right now. That was dope. All right.
Well,
Very
before,
good. Very good.
how can I compete with that? It's game 1, week 1, and R2 Remu's throwing stats left, right, and centre that I think the Chiefs will win, and I've picked them by 10, but I haven't really dove that deep into the game as much as you guys as yet. But yeah, thank you for those stats. Sorry, R2 Remu, they were outstanding.
That's all right.
Outstanding.
That's all right. There's
And now I'm
it's
actually
out there.
thinking about changing my tip, maybe, but I won't. I still think the Chiefs will have the power to beat them.
Win,
See, this is
so that's
this is the good
4.
shit. This is what we're talking about because we've all done our opinions now. Mick and Vince is like, I'm thinking about changing my pick. But we've all picked the Chiefs. But yeah, like I feel like, well, we've seen the Super Bowl champs come out and stink it up. Didn't the Patriots do that a couple of years ago? They got towered up in week 1 after winning the Super Bowl or something. So, it can happen. It can happen. I don't know what they're going to have.
The Chiefs put up pretty good amount of points on them, and it was almost over.
That's right.
Just after half time. Yeah.
Well, also
they came back a little bit.
They did.
Also, the defending champs are 11-3 since 2002 on week 1 openers. So there's a bit more to throw into the blender.
And do you know that one of those 3 teams was the Washington Redskins as they defeated who was it? Skinsfanatic?
Baltimore.
What are we looking for?
I think we beat.
Teams.
I think we beat the New Orleans Saints. I think we beat the New Orleans Saints after they just won the Super Bowl.
I think we beat the Giants.
Yes.
Yeah.
About to say that.
No,
it would have been the Giants or something because the Giants were like pretty shitty, and they won a Super Bowl. And then it was like,
well, I might be getting confused. I might be getting confused with the 14-2 New England Patriots. One of their 14-2 sides that won the Super Bowl. We beat them. The Washington Redskins beat them that season. Yeah, not in week 1. That's why I might be getting confused. Carry on.
No. Well, that's it. We've broken down the season opener, 6 days away. It's just comes around football season, and it's
very quickly.
It's a special time, it comes around quickly because I think we're always occupied by a sport, which helps. If you don't have a sport to follow to kill the time, it can be grueling, So we're lucky in that regards. We've got our other sports over here and abroad, keeps us busy. So here's a question for Finn's Tragic. Who have we got carrying the ball this year in Miami?
Howard and Breeder we got from San Francisco.
Right.
So Howard's from the Eagles. I forget his first name, to be quite honest.
Right.
They're both very good. apparently.
So it's a new backfield behind the
It
quarterback this
is.
year.
It
Everyone's
is. It is.
moved on from Kenyon Drake.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
gone.
Yeah. Actually, the backfield sort of excites me this season.
Yeah.
Well, he's the fastest in the NFL, Breeder. I think that's the
Right.
way you pronounce his name. And he
Right.
was a bit of a backup there at San Francisco and went on the charge and did some pretty impressive things in the playoffs for them.
Yep.
Um,
Got that
and,
Super Bowl day
yep,
experience.
yeah, for sure. And he got a lot more carries, and did a lot of good things in those playoff games that give me hope, for sure. And I wish I knew the other fella, but yeah, Howard from Philly, and
Yep.
he's I don't know whether he set the world on fire last year, but I think his stat actually he might have. His stats are pretty good. I think actually that's maybe all the Eagles had going for them.
I think I recall who you're talking about. Yeah, he was like that dude at the Eagles who was they were all excited about. Um, he
Jerome
might,
Howard maybe or something.
yeah, right. Yeah, no, I'm not going to try to predict his first name,
Nah,
but yeah,
nah.
yeah. No, that sounds good.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
Wide receivers, wide receivers. What do we got at wide receiver? Yeah, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but
No.
you moved on from.
I'm happy with we've got Preston Williams, who's come
Yeah,
along. He's a probably second year or I think, um, or third year. So he's developing pretty good. Like he can do some pretty good. And the number one target, of course, is hopefully what's his name? Bloody oh, you put me on the spot here. Uh,
still
Devontae
got Jakeem
Parker.
Grant, Parker.
Yeah.
Yes, Parker. And they still have
And Jakeem Grant. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
very
And
fast.
and Wilson. Is it out? Yeah.
Hawthorne,
From out. Yeah.
right?
Tight end
Oh,
Kasicki. Um,
Gasicki.
yeah, he's pretty good. No, it's not
Mm-hmm.
bad. It's not bad. As I said, our Miami's main struggles is the offensive line, and that's the worry with Tua. But they've they've done a bit in the draft, which has been good. Is promising, and got a few big boppers in there in the free agency, which helped. So, look, I've
Yeah, no,
picked them this week
Hey,
early on because I'm optimistic. I've picked them by 10. I think we can surprise them down there. And I think that'll be one of those games where people think, oh, I didn't see that coming. But with the COVID, everything like that, other teams prepare differently.
yeah.
And
So
I think
things
Miami
trend.
down there
okay.
can
Who's
can
Miami
can
got
get the
week
jump on
one?
New England.
In tragic,
New England.
New England.
They might.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, they
Can I
might not
ask
go
you
as
a
bad as
question,
what
Finn Tragic?
people continue.
Yeah, I want to ask Finn Tragic a question now. So you've got that sorted. Um, who have you got covered? Who are you most confident? And well, how many teams in your division have you got covered, and who are they and why?
Uh, I believe we can beat the Jets twice. I think
Cool.
we've got Adam Case spooked, and I just think I don't even know we weren't that good last year. I think with what Brian Flores has brought to the side is he's really good. They're building something. Yeah, they've got a belief in it and behind him, and they showed a lot of good stuff. So
Yeah. So you
I
have
don't
the
know.
Bills covered.
Uh, in Buffalo, maybe not. To be fair, we haven't really travelled down there and done anything specially. Oh, we probably one win in maybe 6 seasons or something silly. It's been bad, but and New England, I'd still, you know, And I was sort of thinking we could maybe beat them twice, but now Cam Newton's come along. Well, he can be rocks and diamonds, but he's Cam Newton as well. So it sort of threw an apple cart, threw a bloody, threw a cat amongst the pigeons there where he signed late, and everyone was thinking, "Whoa, Miami, Miami," and now Cam Newton comes along and throws a massive spin in the,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone on the show, all three of yous, does that what Finn Tragic is talking about become a concern or become that threat that Cam Newton at the Patriots and has the Miami Dolphins had to have played him before at Carolina? Do you have a record against him? How's it stand? Because now you're going to have to play him twice.
We don't. Yeah, can't think of the last time we played Carolina. It's probably one of them teams you play every 4 seasons or whatever that is when they all one Miami play the Redskins every second year or third year or whatever. So
Yeah, well, look, one thing I know about Cam Newton is he can spin that football, and if his feet are working, then the rest of it is as well. So
that's right.
Yeah, he's been like, I thought it was a bit odd the other day, and they were like, "Well, breaking news: Cam Newton's been named the starter," and I was like, "Well, no shit! Like, of course he's been named the starter.
Yeah.
Who else have they got?" So I think the only thing that behind that was like he's been hurt. He's been hurt. Cam Newton was hurt last year, and he was out for the year. So I think it was an injury thing. But I mean, he came into camp healthy. So
Also,
you can't sign a bloke if he's not fit to play. He's got to do a physical and pass that before he signs any contract. So. I thought the same thing. I echo your thoughts. I thought, well, shit, Miami's in contention to be there this year. They're not going to beat Buffalo. I think Buffalo's a pretty good team. But we obviously New England without Brady opens the door. And who's that other team? Sorry.
The stinky Jets. Sorry, the Jets.
The Jets. Well, see, the Jets are always a wild card. They're always like, they just never really, They're like a car. They're like a car
perfect description.
like a car with about under a quarter of fuel in it. It just is like, oh fuck, am I going to make it? I don't know. But when New England signed Cam, I was like, oh shit, all right, it changes a few things. Do I think they'll win the Super Bowl? Well, that probably is the most exciting question. Is it Belichick, who's spinning all the magic over there in New England, or is it Tom Brady? And then you ask the question in Tampa Bay: Is Tampa Bay going to be any good? I know they're as old as shit.
Yeah,
so
they're pretty old.
It's
okay.
exciting to see.
Can I give you a bold prediction?
Of course.
Yeah, that all makes sense. It's perfect. It's true. And I don't believe the winner of the AFC is going to come out of the North. Is it North? New England, Miami, South? Oh, fuck, they put my New England in South. What the fuck happened there?
It is the South, isn't it, Finns? AFC South?
No, Miami, you're in the AFC East?
East. Perfect. Okay,
East.
Yeah. And no one's winning the Super Bowl from the AFC East. Okay, that's my bold prediction, and I think percentage if you number it out. I'm pretty close.
I think most of the football world would probably agree with you, Ian, but we're fans and we like to think otherwise. But
absolutely,
it would be a miracle if Miami did. But what gives me hope is the this season with like Miami and the AFC. There's a lot of teams with what ifs. I don't think it's going to be a team that's going to jump out with like a 6-0 record. You know what I mean? Like, a team.
I do know what you mean.
Eight wins may get you the division. 8-8, like something scrappy, a bit like that this year, because, but in saying that too, like Buffalo, like Skinsfanatic was saying, they just probably deserve to be the favourites to win that division at the moment. But you can't write.
Yeah. Can I interrupt you there? I call bullshit. I think the Dolphins have Buffalo for one game. Okay. Continue.
For one game, what do you mean?
Yeah.
That's what.
It'll be a split. Oh, you guys are going to split them. I think there's a split.
Oh, I hope so. We play them.
I have it
in Miami week 2. Look out! Bring it on.
And I'm in for the fucking fairy tale or a rise. And look, with Miami, if they get their show right, and this new young team wears that Miami jersey and just fucking pops the shit out of it, Buffalo
could happen.
Get a bit weak. The Jets, like Skinsfanatic said, are just blah, 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 they're fucking the Jets. And New England, well, anything could happen out there. And I'm not just talking about this year, I'm talking in the future. And I'm pretty excited because I would fucking love Miami to. You just get that fucking thing this year. Get into it.
Oh, I'm into it, and I have faith,
instead
and
of
I
anybody else over there.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
If Miami was locked in for 5 years in a row in the playoffs, awesome.
Remember last year when
there's a lot of hungry people.
Miami was tanking, and it was like, this poor coach, like he just took over the team. Flores, that's his name, isn't it?
Flores, I think. Flores.
Yeah. So he's taken over the team, and it's like, well, we're going to trade everyone away. We're going to lose every game. It was like the most obvious sort of tanking that I've ever seen. And then all of a sudden, Miami started winning games on the back end of the season. And it was like, well, obviously they don't want Chase Young. So I feel
there was even question marks on getting Tua in the end. So there was no tanking. He was a committed coach, and that's what I liked.
Well, that was what I was trying to make the point was if you're a new coach on a team, unless he was guaranteed. But you still don't want those L's on your record. Like, it would be hard to take and say, well, listen, I'm going to try to win every game I possibly can. But I was still a bit worried, when we played you guys, whatever it was, and you just went into 2-2. I was like, well, wouldn't you just take this to overtime? I mean, we played one game all year. But then, back in the season when you beat New England, didn't you?
Yes, massive game. Massive late fourth quarter drive by Magic. And then he threw it with about 30 to 40 seconds left on the clock, and it broke a lot of beg my pardon. Broke a lot of who was it? Who missed out on the playoffs because of it? It broke a lot of their hearts. They were sent packing, and And it sent someone into the first third. It was the first time New England didn't have the week off because of it. It was massive.
There you go. My point is, see, there's something there. There's definitely something there in Miami, and I felt like the back end of the year, all of a sudden he's decided, well, look, the first, the fourth, the fifth pick, either way, we're laughing because we've accumulated a lot of picks. You could have traded up for Tua. if you felt like he was going to go second or first or third or whatever, because you had about 3 first-round picks in that draft. Am I correct?
Yeah, correct,
Yes.
correct.
So
And still 2 next year.
there was room to move up. And that's a good spot to be in. Okay, so you didn't wager your future like we did for RG3, and in ways you strengthened it. You strengthened your future. Um, so we'll see how that plays out. Must be exciting anyway. Exciting.
No, yeah. Well, with the 18th pick, we got an offensive lineman, so he's predicted to get a start. So that helps as well.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the AFC East battle. Buffalo with their obviously running the playoffs last year. Allen is very good quarterback for them, and they've brought in Josh Norman, help their defense. So I'll be keeping a keen eye on them, and as they take on the Bills. Oh, sorry, the Dolphins. Obviously, I'll be interested in what the Dolphins can do, but I love the AFC East. We've got the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins, and hopefully New England are competitive but don't win it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So Crazy Brave, you're going to be leaving us shortly. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna look. I've just got some internet issues that I need to take care of over here, and we'll definitely be back next week. I hope you'll invite me back next week, won't you, mate?
Yeah, well, no doubt. You're the co-host of the show, so I need you to be here.
Well,
yeah, no, that's fine.
yes.
If you have to leave, you have to leave. I mean, we got, and this is like we are warming up. I mean, we have started something here. I was going to drop this news at the start of the show, but the Adrian Peterson cutting sort of stole the whole show. And we had to start straight with that. Finn's tragic. If you didn't hear, Adrian Peterson's been released over in Washington. No longer will be carrying the football for the Washington football team. It's breaking news. We started the show, but it was huge.
Wow. Wow. Well, that opens the doors to a lot of things too.
No, it was, it's been a good show, and thank you for having me on. And we got a good little talk about Adrian Peterson and what we think is going to happen moving forward. And I'll be back with my expert opinions.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm currently in talks with an old Redskins alum. We're just working something out right now, but something big is happening on Skinsfanatic Live, and I want everybody. This will be something that's going to boost the show. Whether it's live or it's pre-recorded, but we're going to have an ex-player is going to be on this show, and I can almost not guarantee.
Wow.
But I'm trying. And when it does,
awesome.
When it happens, you will be like, "What?"
That's huge news. Huge news.
How did Skinsfanatic pull this shit off? And I'm
good
telling
news. Yep. No, and it's been great to finally have Finn's tragic here, and I hope he can jump on another time when I'm on the show.
Indeed, I will. It's been very good.
I'll be keeping an eye on the. I'll be keeping an eye on the show.
Yeah, your voice isn't matching up with your lips tonight. Nah, crazy brave.
There is a lag.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, that's fine. I'll sort that out. It's
Yeah.
been a pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're heading off.
And
All
R2 Ramu, it's been a pleasure.
Sayonara, be safe.
R2 back in just so you can say yeah.
Yep. And all right, guys. Well, I'll hopefully catch up next Friday if you can. I will be watching the Kansas City Chiefs take on the San Diego Chargers beforehand. Doesn't matter if we'll discuss that show.
Houston Texans.
Sorry, not the Chargers, the Texans.
I'll be Crazy Bro 74. Are you out tonight? I'll see you next week.
I've got to leave the show early tonight. I have to leave the show early.
Peace, brother.
Madden 21 came in, and I've got a big grind. It's getting late.
Oh, that's unfair.
Whoa.
Shit,
Get Mr. Bean on now. Get Mr. Bean on.
Mr. Bean.
I need to know who is Mr. Bean. I've been seeing
Mr.
Mr.
was
Bean
on earlier.
pop up in the corner here, and
Mr. Bean.
Looks like a lovely bloke.
No, he was a fucking idiot.
Excellent.
You have to go back and watch the show on my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Skinsfanatic. He was chatting, wasn't he? There's chat. I'm yet to see the questions.
No,
come on, man.
No, he was private chatting me. I can't show you them.
Oh,
he was talking all this football stuff. He was saying all this good stuff.
Wasn't on the YouTube. He got on this link, did he?
Yeah, because I put the link. I put the link to this show in the YouTube description box. Okay, cool. That's what I do.
Look, everything. We have I'm sure we have a no lunatic policy here at.
And I tried to give him a fair go. I put him on because he was a Carolina Panthers fan. I was going to talk to him about Ron Rivera, and he came on and he was talking about Turder, and he just left. It was
Was it an AI?
Oh, yeah, it was
maybe
something
it's something infiltrated it, and it's an AI who got on the show and had information about NFL, just like she's been treated.
Hey, Finn Tragic.
Yes.
See my intro tonight?
I have not seen the intro, and I'm ashamed. But let's see it.
I'll just cut this part.
That was the part about hitting the like and subscribe button.
Yep.
Hang on.
I like it.
Oh yeah, it's that time of the week. Skinsfanatic Live. Put your 2 1s up and raise your cups up. Skinsfanatic's back, Serpent Panther get jacked up. Started out here in the TTC while repping my team. Shout out to the B&G. But hold up, cause rolling in like thunder. It's Skinsfanatic Live from the land down under. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Hit the like and sub, I got the goods here, boy.
Yeah. All right.
Indeed. Very good. Very good. Very good. Hey, he's back. He's back.
Fucking back, baby. Skinsfanatic.
Yeah.
I've heard the rumor going around. Dust off the old microphone.
Oh.
He's back.
Pop, pop, pop.
Even old to Ramu down there is getting a little bit of a tingle. He wants to dust off the microphone.
I've opened Pandora's
yeah.
box. I mean, I might bring out a whole fucking album.
Oh yeah.
I need
See,
I
I've
need to
I've never been much of a singer. I'd probably bring out a love album if I was a singer, and that wouldn't be too good. It'd be a bit embarrassing, I believe.
And I promised I was not going to
What's
rap anymore.
embarrassing about women throwing their underwear at you?
No.
on.
Like deep melodies. But anyway, that's another thing. But you've either got it or you don't. And no, that very great. Top intro.
I'm still
Impressed.
working on it. I'm still working on it. I had to cram that in this week. I was here in the studio trying to drop bars, and yeah, it was tough. And I was like, that'll do. Go to bed.
Thousand takes.
1,000 takes. But you know, yeah, it was good fun. And like I said,
Great
I'm
work.
just gonna keep perfecting it until I get something like crazy good. And
Well, that's what it's about. And just see how a bit of fun, see how it goes. I like it.
yeah,
Different
I
song,
see.
maybe in a month's time.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I've got raps. I've made notes for raps.
Just
Oh, wow.
keep them. Just keep them, and
got a few
who
bars.
knows? Maybe Finn Tragic can collaborate and throw you a lyric here and there. You know, it's not necessarily always vocal. It's coming up with some good spits. So just give it time. Work on the one you have now and keep doing it. It's fantastic. And wow, yeah.
I was gonna go in a new
One day
direction.
one day there's another one.
I was gonna go in a new direction, and then I thought, well, if I can rap those bars to that beat, I'll do that. And I had to work it out and slow it down a bit and raise it up where I had to. And I was like, that works. Because I used to do that rap to a different beat. But we're trying to get paid over here. So
I believe I was helping you with one of those songs
yeah, well, that one.
years and years ago. That was the family.
Yeah, that one never made it.
B&G.
I've got better beats now.
Well, you're
Was
obviously
that
getting
my
paid
writing
there,
with you?
Skinsfanatic, because you're obviously getting paid there, Skinsfanatic, because from where I'm looking, your
Studios.
mic looks like the studio, and that mic looks like John Laws's golden mic. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a killer. You know, that's got to be worth a lot.
I had to.
How's your headset there?
I had to convince the wife to sign off on this because I told her, I said, you know, you've got to spend money to make money. We just lost Finn's Tragic after we just talked him up. He's just poofed. He's just poofed out.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going for a quick shit.
Oh, good.
Rick Sanchez.
I was about to compliment his headset. I'm going, well, that's the same thing, isn't it? Like, you know, you spend a bit of money to make some money. He's got a fancy headset wraparound microphone. I was about to challenge him to give me your last 100 meters of a horse race or dogs. Yeah, with his fucking.
It's a nice
yeah,
touch.
no,
I'm not, you know, if you want to wear headsets on the show because it sounds better or hears better, go for it. I could do the same. I've got my Beats.
So I've been hearing everything and watching everything pretty good. It's pretty clear with what I'm doing. I've got basic setup here. Press me buttons on the camera that I have in front, and that's it. It's streaming, I guess, isn't it? Like
that's right. This microphone, when I was laying them bars for the intro, I was like, "Put your 2 ones up," and I was like, "Oh fuck, that sounds terrible." I mean, I had to make it sound half decent. I had to find the fire in my belly. And
I can imagine you, Skinsfanatic, doing that. I can imagine it. I'm seeing it. You're like, as soon as you like switched that mic on, and because it's good and it's just picked everything up, it's gone. Like, boom,
I was like,
boom.
oh shit. Okay. I was like,
Yes, you have a voice.
I tipped it down. And I was like, put your 2 1s up. What am I? I was like, what am I doing? I should probably just go to bed. What am I doing? But now
Doing
that
a good show. That's what you're doing.
I want to get you over here. We'll drop some bars one day. Absolutely.
Yes. I
Yes.
think on a Friday night when the show happens too, personally.
A live performance.
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought of it getting Crazy Brave to come to my pad. I'd put him in the other direction. We'd have our setups and could be in the same room here, but in different studios. And when the show's over, we can go hit the Esplanade and get a little bit of, West Side. Yeah. No.
Yeah, well, we're an hour and 50 minutes of this show right here, R2. Is there anything you wanted to add before I roll credits? Because it's been a good show. I don't want to drag it out and ruin it. So,
I think the highlight, yes, I do want to add. Sorry, keep going.
Go.
I'll add.
No. I was just saying, I feel like if we keep dragging on, we might take away the essence of tonight's excellent show.
Okay. Yeah. I think you could be right, or else I'll just start talking about all my Rams players and how excited I am, because I am excited. It's yes.
Well,
Can't wait to see him. But
hang on, listen. This is what I want to say. We're going to have a chance next Friday to talk like our week. This is
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Don't squeeze your chest right now. Because things popping next Friday. You think this show is big? Next Friday is going to be the bomb.
That's right. We're all going to know about our teams' lineups, or basically thereabouts, for the Sunday game.
3.
And that's, yep. And that's what I wanted to add and to wrap up for your show. I'll say it and you go into it, and we'll do this. Skinsfanatic 81. It's been amazing again tonight. Fuck, I appreciate it, man. I really fucking do. I've said it before. My Friday nights doing this Saturday morning is wicked. And, you mentioned it, and all I want to add is that it was the truth when you said before about the Washington football team. There's no superstars. It's all about the team. You've named your starting quarterback. There's not a lot of mystery. If there's mystery, the reason why, I believe, because there's a lot of names there that no one is attaching to as being the MVP and possible positional MVPs or anything like that. So you guys are looking good. I like what's going on in Washington. And by the sounds of it, from hard rock, fin tragic, it's going good in Miami too. I'm done.
Before the week one, it's and it just boils down to the culture of your football team, and that's why I just feel a bit more amped up, I guess, because there's a new vibe, a massive new vibe where my team plays. So that's why I feel the excitement, um, you know. And Finn Tragic will, like he's got reason to be excited. He's got a brand new quarterback out there now. When will we see him? Week 1, week 2, week 3? Who knows? But hopefully sooner than later than
That'll be.
for Finn Tragic, because it'd be good to see Miami back up there.
I don't. You may not see the rookie if it all goes to plan and the rest of the team slots in to what they're supposed to be doing with this quarterback that they've got starting out at Miami. That's the thing. They're going to try and hold the rookie back for as long as they possibly can, I believe. That's just my opinion. And I think Finn Tragic was basically saying that to me. That's probably why I feel like that. And I believe him. It's go with the bloke who's been there, done that for a bit. Nothing great, is he? But do it. And then when the time's right, they've got this bloke and he'll be ready to go. He'll be ready to go. There's so much to talk about. And this time next week, we're going to be so close to game day. We will have one game day. Is it the Texans? Is it the Chiefs?
And that's the thing, Mike. This time next week,
something's going to happen too.
We would have watched this time next week. We would have watched the start of the season. So
yep. Cheers, Skinsfanatic 81. Thank you. That's all I wanted to add. Haskins is a good bloke, good quarterback for you. So all the best.
We can hope.
All the best to Miami. Thank you, Finn Tragic. Crazy Brave, all the best to your football team. To R2 Remu, that's me. All the best to my footy team. Let's get into it.
All right, R2, thank you very much for joining us tonight. And thank you, Crazy Brave 74. And thank you, Finn's Tragic 42, for your first appearance on the show tonight. It's been an eventful show tonight. Of course, we started off with the breaking news of Adrian Peterson being cut. We started off with the very dope-ass intro that I put together. But I'd like to thank everyone who watched tonight. And, we are going to be back next week with a massive show. The week 1 show, it is going to be off its tits. And we'll make all our predictions and talk about a lot of the games. Can't wait to see the 53 roster on Sunday. I'm Skinsfanatic 81, guys. Love yous all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace. Oh, I think this.